It's Pete from Cheap Homesteading, and today we're going to be doing a 8-year review on my Husqvarna 372XP clone made by Holzfforma. It is the G372XP. I bought it about 8 years ago, and it has turned out to be one of the best purchases that I've ever had on the homestead. This thing has saved me a lot of time and a lot of money. And you know what? It hasn't been problem-free, and I kind of want to go over a lot of the things that I've had trouble with it. We're going to start off with the stuff that I absolutely love about the saw. The saw is totally interchangeable with Husqvarna parts, so you can get parts, a cylinder, or anything for it for a Husqvarna 372XP. So it's totally interchangeable. So it's a completely perfect clone saw, if that's what you can call. Maybe not perfect, but you know. So you're able to go and buy parts from a Husqvarna, a used Husqvarna 372XP, and you can interchange it and you can fix your saw, which is a big bonus in the whole thing. So that is one of the things. It runs absolutely awesome. And you know, I've never ran a 372XP, so I can't really put one beside each other, but this thing has saved me tons and tons of money over the years. And it really has sped up my wood cutting. I would not be able to cut as much wood as I need to cut if I was still using my Husqvarna 55. This thing has really sped it up, and it is an absolutely wonderful saw. So the bonuses are it's absolutely interchangeable, all the parts. It runs great. There's nothing wrong with it. It's been very, very reliable. The mechanics of it has been really reliable. And it's a joy to run. It's nice and smooth, starts good. It's a great saw. Now, the things I had trouble with, I wouldn't say I don't like about it. When I bought this thing, I knew it was a cheap Chinese clone, and I knew I was gonna have to fix things, but the bonus was I could get parts to fix it from at least Husqvarna. So it wasn't like a big loss like a lot of those other chainsaw companies where you may never get parts for it. This thing, I knew I'd be able to get parts for it, so no problem with that. So the problems I've had with it, the recoil cover. Had a problem with the recoil cover. Plastic was really brittle, and chunks came out of the fins. Doesn't happen with the Husqvarna one. I replaced it with the Husqvarna recoil cover, so that's all good. Right at the beginning, when I was out in the cold, it was like -30 out. I broke the tank. Holzfforma came through and they replaced the tank right off the bat, and they did send me one that seemed really, really good quality. So I've never had trouble since. The handle, the plastic on the handle came off. So I thought, man, I'm just going to replace that. And a viewer actually sent me a handle. And there is a video going to be on right after this one about receiving that one. And I want to say thank you to him for sending me the handle. I've done really well with it. The original plastic's on the top. This cover, you can see there's a big mark on the top here. It's all cracked. So those are just cosmetic things that I've had problems with it. But the only mechanical issue I ever had with it is this is probably third year I was running it, and all of a sudden I could see the cover got pushed out and it made a horrendous noise. I shut it down and looked, and the bolts for the cogs on my recoil, they came loose and just worked their way out and just destroyed everything. So they didn't put Loctite on those screws into the flywheel when they assembled the saw. So in hindsight, I probably should have just took the saw apart a little bit, put some Loctite on some of the bolts, made sure everything's tight. So that was really the only major failure, mechanical failure I've had with it. So I've changed most of the plastic on it, but still, man, even adding that into the price, this is a tremendously reasonable saw. And I've been super happy with it. So this is 8 years in. People's been asking how the saw is going. It's been so hard to make chainsaw videos. I've got behind on my wood cutting, so I thought, you know what? I'm cutting today. I'm going to show you guys my saw and kind of give you a good idea how everything is going. I've been super impressed with the G372XP from Holzfforma. 8 years in, still running strong. It's a super saw, and I cut quite a bit of wood. I mean, I heat my house with it. I don't run a business with it, but it is running a lot of the year, and I have run on the Alaskan sawmill, and the Alaskan sawmill is hard on a saw, so it held up with that, with quite a few hours on that. So I'm super happy with it. I want to make a quick video just to tell you guys, give you an update and give you a little bit of a 8-year review on the saw. I would recommend anyone to buy one if you want a bit bigger saw. So that's about enough for today. You guys have a good one.